5 minutes of Firelight by Sophie Jordan. Chapter 1. Gazing out at the quiet lake, I know the risk is worth it. The water is still and smooth, polished glass. Not a ripple of wind disturbs the dark surface. Low rising mist drifts off liquid mountains, floating against a purple bruised sky. An eager breath shudders past my lips. Soon the sun will break. Azer arrives, winded. She doesn't bother with the kickstand. Her bike clatters next to mine on the ground. "Didn't you hear me calling? You know I can't pedal as fast as you." "I didn't want to miss this." Finally, the sun peeks over the mountains in a thin line of red gold that edges the dark lake. Azer sighs beside me, and I know she's doing the same thing I am, imagining how the early morning light will taste on her skin. "Jacinda," she says, "we shouldn't do this." But her voice lacks conviction. I dig my hands into my pockets and rock on the balls of my feet. "You want to be here as badly as I do. Look at that sun." Before Azer can mutter another complaint, I'm shucking off my clothes. Stashing them behind a bush, I stand at the water's edge, trembling, but not from the cold bite of the early morning. Excitement shivers through me. Azer's clothes hit the ground. "Cassian's not going to like this," she says. I scowl, as if I care what he thinks. He's not my boyfriend. Even if he did surprise attack me in evasive flight maneuvers yesterday and try to hold my hand. Don't ruin this. I don't want to think about him right now. This little rebellion is partly about getting away from him. Cassian, always hovering, always there, watching me with his dark eyes, waiting. Tamra can have him. I spent a lot of my time wishing he wanted her, that the pride would choose her instead of me, anyone but me. A sigh shudders from my lips. I just hate that they're not giving me a choice. But it's a long way off before anything has to be settled. I won't think about it now. Let's go. I relax my thoughts and absorb everything humming around me. The branches with their gray-green leaves, the birds stirring against the dawn. Clammy mist hugs my calves. I flex my toes on the coarse rasp of ground, mentally counting the number of pebbles beneath the bottoms of my feet. And the familiar pull begins in my chest. My human exterior melts away, fades, replaced with my thicker, draky skin. My face tightens, cheeks sharpening, subtly shifting, stretching. My breath changes as my nose shifts, ridges pushing out from the bridge. My limbs loosen and lengthen. The drag of my bones feels good. I lift my face to the sky. The clouds become more than smudges of gray. I see them as though I am already gliding through them. Feel cool condensation kiss my body. It doesn't take long. It's perhaps one of my quickest manifests. With my thoughts unfettered and clear, with no one else around except Azer, it's easier. No Cassian with his brooding looks. No mom with fear in her eyes. None of the others, watching, judging, sizing me up. Always sizing me up. My wings grow, slightly longer than the length of my back. The gossamer width of them pushes free. They unfurl with a soft whisper on the air. A sigh, as if they too seek relief. Freedom. A familiar vibration swells up through my chest, almost like a purr. Turning, I look at Azer and see she is ready, beautiful beside me. Iridescent blue. In the growing light, I note the hues of pink and purple buried in the deep blue of her draky skin. Such a small thing I never noticed before. Only now I see it, in the break of dawn, when we are meant to soar, when the pride forbids it. At night you miss so much.